What happens when a heroic donkey's strength finally gives out? Jack's legs wobble, his ears droop. Henry panics. Will they find a way to keep going, or will this be the end of their journey? Discover the unexpected twist in this heartwarming, laugh-out-loud story that teaches a powerful lesson about love, care, and the bond between man and beast. Don't miss the moment that turns a village upside down. Once upon a time, there lived a man named Henry and his trusty donkey, Jack. They lived in a lively little village. Jack was no ordinary donkey, a diligent, happy creature who never missed a day of work. Every morning, Jack would carry Henry to the farm and back, always with a spring in his step and a smile in his eyes. Henry loved Jack dearly, feeding him the best carrots and apples he could find, and treating him like a king. Jack the donkey was a versatile and hard-working animal, with a daily routine of several tasks to help Henry on the farm. Each day was filled with different activities, showcasing Jack's strength, intelligence, and dedication. Every morning, Jack ploughs the fields and Henry harnesses Jack to the plough. With steady determination, Jack would pull the heavy plough through the soil, turning it over to prepare it for planting. His hooves dug into the earth, creating neat furrows ready for seeds. After ploughing, Jack would be loaded with sacks of seeds, fertilizers, and farming tools, and he carried these supplies across the farm, ensuring that everything Henry needed was within reach. Jack's sturdy back enabled him to transport even the heaviest of loads. Jack's next task was to fetch water from the nearby river on extremely hot days. With large barrels strapped to his sides, Jack would carefully walk steadily to the water source. After filling the barrels, he would return, ensuring that the crops and animals had enough to drink. Jack's duties didn't end with fieldwork. He also helped in the orchard. Henry would use a special saddlebag to load Jack with baskets, and together they would collect ripe fruits from the trees. Jack's calm nature meant he didn't mind standing still while Henry climbed the ladder to reach the highest branches. Jack would be hitched to a small cart filled with fresh produce in the afternoons. He and Henry would walk to the village market, selling fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Jack's presence was always a hit with the villagers, especially the children who loved to pat him and feed him treats. With winter approaching, Jack's strength was crucial in collecting firewood. Henry and Jack venture into the forest, where Jack helps haul logs back to the farm. His ability to navigate the forest terrain made him an invaluable asset in preparing for the colder months. As the day wound down, Jack's final task was to help carry farming equipment back to the barn. Hoes, rakes, and shovels were loaded onto his back, and he would patiently walk alongside Henry, ensuring everything was put away properly. At night, Jack had an unofficial duty as the farm's guardian. His presence alone was enough to deter any potential threats from wild animals. He had a keen sense of his surroundings and would bray loudly if something seemed amiss. Jack also played a role during village festivals. He would be decorated with colourful ribbons and flowers, and Henry would ride him proudly through the village parade. Jack enjoyed these days, basking in the attention and affection of the villagers. Whenever there was a need for repairs or new constructions on the farm, Jack was there to help. He would transport building materials like bricks, wooden beams and tools, making the construction process much smoother. Despite all these tasks, Henry ensured Jack a day off each week. Jack would relax in the pasture, munching on fresh grass and basking in the sunshine. Henry would groom him, ensuring his coat was clean and his hooves were in good condition. These rest days were essential for Jack's well-being and strength. Jack's unwavering dedication and hard work were evident through all these tasks. He was not just a working animal, but a beloved companion to Henry, who ensured that Jack's efforts were always rewarded with love, care, and appreciation. This harmonious partnership between Henry and Jack was a testament to their shared bond, highlighting the importance of respecting and caring for the animals that work alongside us. One hot summer day after years of dedicated service, Jack felt an overwhelming wave of exhaustion. His legs wobbled, and his ears drooped. He simply couldn't go on, but being a donkey, he couldn't express his tiredness in words. Instead, Jack stood stubbornly still, refusing to budge an inch. Henry, seeing his beloved Jack in distress, became very worried. He thought, "My dear Jack has always been so good to me. I can't let him suffer like this." So, Henry ran to his friend Sam for help. Sam was the strongest man in the village, known for his brawny arms and kind heart. "Sam," Henry panted, "Jack is too tired to walk and I can't bear to see him like this. Will you help me carry him?" Sam scratched his head, but being a good friend, he agreed. The two men hoisted Jack onto their shoulders, one at the front and one at the back, and began the comical journey back to the farm. They paraded through the village carrying a donkey. People couldn't believe their eyes. Laughter erupted from every corner. Children pointed, adults chuckled, and even the village dogs seemed to bark in amusement. "Henry, Sam, why are you carrying Jack?" asked old Mrs. Potts, barely able to keep a straight face. "Jack's too good to walk today," Henry replied earnestly. "He's done so much for me. It's my turn to care for him." The villagers laughed even harder. The blacksmith dropped his hammer, the baker almost lost a loaf of bread, and the mayor had to wipe tears of laughter from his eyes. But amidst the laughter, a wise old man named Mr. Jenkins stepped forward. "Henry, your love for Jack is admirable," he said, his voice carrying the weight of wisdom. "But donkeys, like people, need rest and proper care. If you continue overworking him, he'll only become tired and unhappy. You must let Jack rest when he needs to." Henry nodded thoughtfully. "You're right, Mr. Jenkins. I've been so focused on the work that I forgot about Jack's well-being." From that day on, Henry ensured Jack regular breaks and rests. He built a comfortable shelter for him, and the two would spend their afternoons lounging under the shade of a big oak tree, sharing apples and enjoying each other's company. The village always remembers the sight of Henry and Sam carrying Jack, and the story becomes a legend. It reminded everyone of the importance of caring for their animals and not taking their hard work for granted. And as for Jack, he never had to be carried again, for he always had the energy to walk, knowing he was loved and well cared for. And so, Henry and Jack lived happily ever after, teaching everyone a valuable lesson wrapped in laughter and love.